Welcome to Amazing 7, your gateway to the world's most incredible wonders, jaw-dropping facts, and unforgettable stories. Here, every episode is an invitation to explore, discover, and be amazed. From dazzling city skylines to the breathtaking beauty of nature, from mind-blowing human achievements to hidden gems you never knew existed. We bring you the 7 most amazing things from every corner of the globe. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and get ready to see the world in a whole new way. This is Amazing 7, where curiosity meets adventure. Imagine, if you will, that Australia is a rather large, slightly intimidating party. Sydney is the host who insists on showing you their harbour view from every conceivable angle, while Melbourne is the brooding artist in the corner, meticulously crafting a single origin coffee that takes 45 minutes to brew. And then there's Brisbane. Brisbane is the guest who finds you looking a bit lost, hands you a cold drink and says, "Right then, let me show you around. The good bits are just over here." It doesn't shout for your attention, it earns it with a quiet, sun-drenched confidence. It's the city equivalent of a firm, friendly handshake and an easy smile. A gateway that doesn't just open, but genuinely welcomes you in. Brisbane is your affable Australian acquaintance, the one who knows precisely where to find the best stories, the most interesting creatures, and the least pretentious spots for a decent meal. It invites you to kick off your shoes and feel the sand between your toes at its inner city beach, or to listen to the strange prehistoric call of a kookaburra at dusk. It's an introduction to the Australian spirit, distilled into a manageable, enjoyable, and refreshingly unpretentious package, a starter pack for a continent if you like. This city serves as a sort of decompression chamber for the international traveller. To locate Brisbane, one must first acquire a map of Australia. You will notice it is a rather substantial landmass, mostly empty in the middle, like a giant sun-scorched donut. Direct your gaze to the eastern coast. Now trace your finger northward from Sydney, past a few hundred beaches. Just before the alarmingly tropical crocodile country, you'll find Queensland. Brisbane is the capital of this state, a sprawling metropolis nestled in the southeast corner, as if settled into a particularly comfy armchair. It sits astride the Brisbane River, a waterway that doesn't so much flow as it does meander, lazily looping through the city like a brown serpent that's had a very large lunch. This river is the city's central nervous system, its main artery, and for many a preferred mode of transport. Bridges stitch its northern and southern banks together. The city feels more like a collection of interconnected villages along a watery highway than a concrete grid. It's far enough north for a subtropical climate, warm, sunny winters and summers that are, to put it mildly, quite warm. Outdoor life here is year-round. Brisbane acts as a perfect base camp for Australia's iconic landscapes. A short drive south, the glittering Gold Coast. A trip north, the Sunshine Coast. Brisbane is the central hub of a holiday trifecta, a city between the mountains and the sea. Imagine you are in the heart of a bustling city. The predictable sounds are there, the hum of traffic, the distant wail of a siren, the general low thrum of commerce. Now imagine that just across the river, there is a beach, a proper sandy beach with lifeguards, palm trees, and sparkling blue water. This is Street's Beach at South Bank, Brisbane's audacious answer to the question, why can't a central business district have a lagoon? South Bank is a 17-hectare precinct dedicated almost entirely to the pursuit of leisure. Lush parklands for picnicking, sprawling lawns for lazing, a bougainvillea-draped arbour, and rainforest groves to wander through. Dine at world-class restaurants, sit and watch city cat ferries glide by, or ride the wheel of Brisbane at sunset as the city lights begin to twinkle like a grounded constellation. For the high-minded cultural enthusiast, admire contemporary art at the Queensland Art Gallery and Gallery of Modern Art. For the simple pleasure seeker, ice cream and a nice view. It's the city's communal backyard, a space designed for people, not profit. Office workers eat lunch here, families spend their weekends. South Bank is where Brisbane sheds its corporate attire and puts its feet up. It's a man-made paradise that feels surprisingly, wonderfully natural. Just off the coast of Brisbane lies Moreton Island, the city's wild, sandy sibling. Getting there requires a short ferry ride, a journey that transports you from the urban sprawl to a world that feels almost prehistoric. Moreton Island is the 3rd largest sand island in the world, a fact that becomes obvious when you realise everything is, well, sand. There are no paved roads here, only sandy tracks that demand a 4-wheel drive and a spirit of adventure. The island's most famous landmark is the Tangalooma wrecks, 15 vessels deliberately sunk to create a breakwater. Over time, nature has transformed this marine graveyard into a thriving underwater ecosystem. The rusted hulks now serve as a man-made reef, teeming with vibrant coral and over 100 species of fish. Snorkeling here is like swimming through a submerged, post-apocalyptic sculpture park that has been claimed by the sea. Climb Mount Tempest, the highest coastal sand dune in the world, for breathtaking 360-degree views. For speed seekers, sand tobogganing down steep dunes can reach 60 kilometers per hour. It's like sledging, but with more sun. At night, Tangalooma offers another spectacle, the chance to hand-feed wild bottlenose dolphins that come to shore. Moreton Island is Brisbane's adventure playground. Disconnect from Wi-Fi and reconnect with raw, untamed nature, a wild escape impossibly close to the city. Let us address the elephant in the room, or rather, the koala in the eucalyptus tree. You have come to Australia, and you have an unspoken desire to see its strange and wonderful creatures up close. Brisbane facilitates this desire at the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary. Established in 1927, it is the world's first and largest koala sanctuary, a fact it wears with quiet pride. This is not a zoo in the traditional sense, it's more of a furry, feathered retirement village where residents are well looked after. The main event is, of course, the koala. Lone Pine is home to over 100 of these marsupials. The sanctuary offers the rare opportunity to hold one, a highly regulated and surprisingly formal affair. You're instructed to form a tree branch with your arms, so the koala settles comfortably. For a brief moment, you are entrusted with a warm, sleepy, eucalyptus-scented creature, a bucket list item ticked off with a commemorative photograph. Lone Pine is more than koalas. Wander through an open-range kangaroo reserve and hand-feed roos. Meet wallabies and wombats, sturdy, tank-like but playful, a veritable who's who of Australian fauna. Watch a sheepdog show, marvel at birds of prey, and attend keeper talks that provide a deeper understanding of Australia's wildlife. It's organised, safe, and utterly delightful, all within a beautiful riverside setting, a short ferry or bus ride from the city, a civilised way to meet the wild. Every city worth its salt has a lookout point. Brisbane's offering is Mount Coot-tha. The name comes from the indigenous word Coot-tha, meaning honey, nodding to native bees. From its summit, you're granted a sweeping panorama, the winding Brisbane River and the distant islands of Moreton Bay, the definitive spot for that postcard-perfect photograph. But the true jewel is at its base, the Brisbane Botanic Gardens, 56 hectares, a living museum of plants from around the world. It's not just a park, it's a botanical odyssey. The garden's most spectacular feature is the tropical dome, a 28-meter geodesic structure like a spaceship among the ferns, housing a hot, humid world of tropical plants, streams and water lily ponds. Nearby, the Japanese garden offers rocks, water and carefully pruned trees, serene and ordered. Follow the hide-and-seek children's trail, enjoy a picnic on sun-dappled lawns or find a quiet bench to read. A day here recalibrates your senses. Brisbane's horticultural heart, a tranquil green sanctuary that sits quietly above the city. When the sun sets over Brisbane, the city's pulse quickens, and Fortitude Valley becomes the epicenter of nocturnal activity. By day, a hub of boutique shops and cafes. By night, a neon-lit playground. Music, laughter, the clinking of glasses. The valley is a labyrinth of laneways, Wynn Lane's intimate bars, Bakery Lane's European polish. Exploring them is a treasure hunt for the discerning diner or drinker. The musical landscape is diverse. Cavernous superclubs with world-renowned DJs, grungy basement bars belting punk, and sophisticated rooftop lounges with panoramic views. Venues like the Triffid, a former hangar-turned-live venue, and Fortitude Music Hall offer stage and spectacle. Whatever your sonic taste, the valley has a stage for it. It's also home to Chinatown. Feast on steamed dim sum, browse herbal apothecaries and admire ornate gates. Start with dumplings and end on a dance floor. The valley is Brisbane's eclectic, slightly wild nightlife heart. While Brisbane is happy to show off its headline acts, the beach, the koalas, the nightlife, its true character often lives in quieter corners. Take New Farm. Beyond the popular park lies the Brisbane Powerhouse, a former power station reborn as a vibrant arts centre with galleries, theatres and riverside restaurants. The network of public pools is a way of life here. The Spring Hill Baths, built in 1886, is the oldest surviving public pool in the Southern Hemisphere. Swimming here is like taking a dip back in time. For a different quiet, explore the Jan Powers farmers markets, fresh produce, artisanal cheeses, and a dizzying array of street food, a feast for the senses and a way to meet locals. Paddington and Rosalie reveal rows of Queenslanders, timber homes on stilts, many converted into antique shops, bookstores, and cozy veranda cafes. An afternoon here is quintessentially Brisbane. These quiet moments, market mornings, veranda coffees, and sunset strolls, are what truly define the city's soul. So, we have established that Brisbane is not the loudest city in Australia, nor the most famous. It doesn't have a world-renowned opera house or a mythologized laneway culture. And that, I submit, is precisely its greatest strength. It offers quintessential Australian experiences. Sun, sand, wildlife, and a laid-back attitude, without the crowds, without the cost, and without the pretense. Live by the sun. Take the ferry for the breeze. Spend an afternoon watching a koala do absolutely nothing. Admire modern art, plan a four-wheel drive sand adventure, and wander farmers markets for authentic local flavor. 1,000 small moments, ice cream, bike rides, market picnics, a friendly barista, quietly exceed expectations. Therefore, the reason to visit Brisbane is simple. It is the perfect introduction to Australia. A warm, sunny orientation to a vast continent. It offers an authentic slice of Australian life that is both accessible and deeply enjoyable. So go, meet your affable Australian acquaintance. Let it show you around. I can almost guarantee you'll be friends by the time you leave. It is quite simply an invitation that is too good to refuse. Thank you for joining us on this sun-soaked journey through Brisbane with Amazing 7. If you enjoyed discovering Australia's friendliest city, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our next adventure. Got a favourite Brisbane moment or a hidden gem we missed? Drop it in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Stay tuned because we're just getting started. Dazzling cities, natural wonders. Amazing 7 has so much more to share with you. Until next time, keep exploring. Stay curious. The world is full of amazing stories just waiting to be discovered. Koalas, beaches, markets, city skyline. Smiling faces. Subscribe for more Amazing 7.